But it is a problem in boys, some as young as 8 years old.
Exposure to pornography is forcing
Around
young men to
14, I actually
rewire their
injured myself
brain.
going after
Struggle with pornography addiction.
pornography. It shrinks the
Hey, J. Jules in the B. If I see a bad hoe, I'ma climb in the sheets. If I see a V card, finna swipe it, no receipt. If I see a freshman, finna beat, I might meet.
Okay, so the main 3 points I want to talk about in this video are the social media and how do we stop.
And obviously this is all in reference to, you know, gooning, cranking, fucking, spanking your dick. And before but before we get into the rest of the video, I'd like to give today's sponsor a word.
Hello, what you're listening to is a peak alpha male specimen speaking. And like any peak alpha male, I make gaming YouTube videos. Clap it up, I make gaming videos. So if at any point after completely finishing this Just Jules production, you decide, I need to listen to a video of a 17-year-old kid complaining for 8 minutes. A wise man, me, once said, out of every rank, bronze is the hardest to climb out of. And unless you're a fighting game player, that statement resonates hard, because as good as you are, your teammates can always be worse. I'm your guy. So check out AK Tobias on YouTube for all your gaming needs, alright?
Once upon a time, there was a black, stinky, dirty boy that went by the name of
Julian, it's time to get up for school. Worthless, pathetic sack of misfired pre-cum.
Later.
Yo, my nigga.
Yo,
Have you heard about this COVID tang that's in the US, Hod?
you mean these China bats come in matrix juice on these Asian chickas?
Anyways, the disease might take us out of school.
This school could deadass be busted by the CIA by a means of raping infant children to death and making sex tapes out of it, and then still want us to clock in on the next day.
Look, I feel you, but this shit could be different.
Whatever, nigga. Hey mom, how's your day?
Shut up, little nigga. Listen, school's gonna be shut down for the next 3 weeks because of this damn virus.
For real?
Yeah, but they're making it online for the remainder of the school year.
Wait, that's actually so peak. Let's go!
Everyone remembers the COVID era as peak life. I mean, we had Chapter 2 Season 2 of Fortnite, arguably a top 3 season released up to date. Pokemon Go was banging. I was probably one of the 9 users playing Pokemon Go still. Minecraft survival worlds were peak. TikTok blew up, giving us OG dancing videos from names you probably haven't heard in a minute. Pre-brain rot trends. Prime Annie talk. Among Us blew up. Fall Guys blew up. Dream and his whole group became a thing. Niggas were sleeping in class, and Uzi dropped the classic. On the anime sides of things, Love of War Season 2 dropped, one of the best romance animes to exist. Rent a Girlfriend existed.
Rent a Girlfriend is a bumbling, incompetent mess, and an utter embarrassment to read and watch.
The first Tower of God season dropped, and the choreography, whole aesthetic of the first season was absolutely just eye-boggling. The second season of ReZero dropped, which in my opinion was one of the best anime second seasons to exist, period. And in the fall, the anime gods blessed us with the pinnacle of modern day anime, Jujutsu Kaisen. What else dropped? Nope, that's pretty much it. The rest is dog shit. My point is that although 2020 through 2021 had their highs, I think some of the lows might be obscured from all the peaks coming from the greatness that occurred during the pandemic. One being the... There's no way that being forced to stay away from others at a young age didn't affect our development. I mean, humans by nature are sociable animals, and straight telling them to not socialize and stay quarantined requires an effect to occur on the mind. This effect most definitely hit the youth the hardest. I mean, for me personally, it took me years to start properly socializing again post-pandemic. During it, my grades took a hit, I started playing more and more video games, and the most I've played in my entire life, and my hygiene was, well, god awful. but most of all, I started watching more explicit content just to pass the time. Continuing on to my second point, being social media. Going on social media in general and looking at facades of people seeming to be living their best lives, then to directly compare it to yours is probably one of the shittiest feelings to have. Or even on a smaller scale, it could be watching others eat out, go on vacation, buy a house. All of those things leave us with a type of feeling inside. Because people aren't going to allow you to see their bad side. They're only going to project the nice things happening in their life. And sometimes the entire structure of media feels like each person is in competition with the other to see who's living the most fulfilling life. Apps like TikTok and any other endless algorithm don't help this lonely, deprived feeling that a lot of people felt during this time. Watching teenage girls shake bunda in your face as a teenager had to contribute to the lust factor. If porn is a hard drug, I think the thirst traps and the overwhelming amount of dancing trends of half-clothed women were the soft drugs, or gateway drugs leading you into watching pornography. And once you're already addicted, seeing that daily on your feeds leads you to wanting it more than someone who usually wouldn't.
This leads us to present day. Pornography addiction is a real thing. The media consistently tries to normalize it as if it's something not prominent and an issue in our society today. Terms like post-nut clarity and post-nut regret wouldn't be things if we didn't already know that deep down, watching other girls through pixels on a screen, getting fondled, touched, and fucked isn't normal. Maybe it would be easier to imagine yourself in the corner of a room watching another man having intercourse with a woman. While you're doing this, you're imagining yourself as the man, in a POV type of situation, wishing that could be you in that set place of time. Because that's basically what you're doing. There's only the added step of someone doing it and recording it and uploading it for you to watch in the comfort of your own home. Now for the biggest question of the video, how do we stop now?
Hey Papa James, I have a question from Goonsville asking, how do we as people take the first step in slowing down our gooning addictions?
The same way you slow me down. You can't.